Hey viewers, welcome back. Andrew here. So Saramonic sent us their new K9 wireless microphone to test out and review. And since this is not a paid review, Shavin, you know what I'm thinking? There's only one way to test this out honestly.
You're here.
Hey. Yeah. Came for the sky and it starts raining. Remember when we first came here? We always come for the sunset here.
Really? You're here for the sunset? Or you're here sending somebody messages?
I didn't even bring my phone.
Seriously? Is this where we are now? I saw you texting on your phone.
What are you talking about?
Who is Sarah?
Who is Sarah?
I saw the bill on your desk. You're spending 5,000 ringgit on someone called Sarah. On what? Why?
What? You're going through my bills now?
What is it in your pocket, huh? I saw you texting her. Show me. Now. What is this?
Saramonic K9. It's a wireless microphone. Not the normal 2.4 gigahertz that always get cut off, and this is amazing range.
This is what you're hiding? And it costs 5,000 ringgit? Unbelievable.
It's got onboard recording, 32-bit float. Where are you going with my mic? Thank God we have 2 transmitters. And 5 grand plus for all these features is not an expensive deal. And the audio to that is completely from the Saramonic K9 on a noisy rainy day. So good point number 1, the K9 is in a less crowded frequency range, which means you virtually get no dropout. As you can see the big difference there. When we were there filming the first time, it was horrible. Our mic was disconnecting all the time. It was disconnecting more than it was connecting. Now the difference is this, the K9 is in the megahertz range, from here to here. Compared to the standard range that most microphones use, which is in the gigahertz range, the 2.4 gigahertz range, your Wi-Fi is there, your Bluetooth is there, your wireless HDMI transmitter is there, and most wireless microphone is there. It's just too crowded. So that is why Saramonic decided to have the K9 operating in a ultra high frequency range, which means it's way less crowded. When it's way less crowded, there's less interference and you virtually get no dropout. Good point number 2, most microphones in the megahertz range do not give you 2 transmitter and 1 receiver. It's usually 1-to-1. The K9, 2 transmitter, 1 receiver. Good point number 3, not only you're transmitting from your transmitter to your receiver and have it recorded to your camera or your audio recorder, each transmitter can record audio with 32-bit float. And this onboard recording totally saved our life because Sharwin set the camera's audio wrongly and it sounded like this. Not the normal 2.4 gigahertz that always get cut off, and this is amazing range. But thank God we recorded on board the K9 as well, and listen to the audio. Not the normal 2.4 gigahertz that always get cut off, and this is amazing range. And that's how we save our whole project. With 32-bit float. So you're thinking like, what is 32-bit float? Well, welcome to the right channel. 32-bit float means that you are recording your audio in a higher headroom, which means that you get no clipping and at the same time you still get the no noise recorded. So in other words, it's like your camera shooting in RAW and a high bit rate RAW. So how does the K9 store audio? At first, I thought it's this little door that you have, this little rubber door. It's not it. I'll tell you what this is. You open this door by pressing these 2 orange buttons. And then just right here at the bottom, you have a slot that you can stick in micro SD card. And you know what I like about the attention to detail that Saramonic puts into the K9? They even give you the 32 gigabyte micro SD card in each of these transmitter. And attention to detail. You know, one thing that I hate about products, you have AA batteries and to remove them you have to like try it with your finger. Not with the K9. It's so well thought of, they give you a ribbon tab like this, so you just need to pull and the battery comes out. Attention to detail. Color decals like this. Remember I was telling you about the colored rubber flap? Well, it's actually more exquisite than that. You can actually remove this and replace it with different colored pieces so that you can identify which of the transmitter belongs to which talent. Simple, because you're going to set up different values for different talent. Example, like I always speak louder than any talent by at least 2 to 3 decibels, and that's a lot. So if you have a female artist on set and she speaks way softer, use a different color. That way you can know that this is Shu King's microphone and this one is mine. Attention to detail. The lavalier microphones, check this out. Each of these lavaliers have really tiny capsules, like countryman sized capsules. And the best part, Kevlar line, which means that if we yank on them, they're going to be stronger than Superman than a speeding bullet. And my favorite good point, I do a lot of classes teaching about photography, videography, editing and all that. And I use microphone a lot so that I can project and my students hear me easier. And I've been using a lot of microphone, wireless microphone. And most of the time, it's very hard to set. And the worst part is I get a lot of feedback from the PA system. And I do not get this at all with the K9, despite the fact that I walk very near to the speakers. So my point is, not only the K9 is suitable for recording and filming, it's also good for a public announcement microphone that you can use in events. And I grew up with this thing printed on boxes, battery not included. Saramonic K9, you even include the batteries. Now, bad points. See this? 3. Number 1, this is not cheap.
Cost 5,000 ringgit?
Well, with so much of design and attention to detail, the K9 comes in at this price. But then you get what you pay for. And to be honest with you, if you're talking about not getting feedback when I'm doing live classes, that alone I'm willing to pay just 2 grand. That's an honest thing, because I really hate it that every time I put on a microphone and I get that annoying, it drives me crazy. Radio frequency regulation of every country is different, and because the K9 operates from 550 MHz to 960 MHz, a lot of countries would have set their limitation differently. For instance, if you're in the United States, you are unable to transmit and record at the same time, because USA does not allow you to do that. So if you're transmitting, you cannot record on your micro SD card. Why? Bad point number 3. I just don't understand. I mean, we've been using 2.4 gigahertz microphone for like so long, and we take it for granted that it doesn't have an antenna. This one, it has this antenna, because this is serious Hollywood, Bollywood stuff. It sticks out. Nothing you can do about it. And the receiver has 2, so it kind of sticks out. But for any constellation, this can be turned in any direction that you want. So don't like this sticking out. You know what's the dilemma that I have? At that price, and it's so well built that I just don't want to use it because it is so perfect. I just don't want to scratch it, and that's one of what I think is a bad point. When you make a product so beautiful, you just want to put it at your showcase and show to your crew that, hey, look, I have the K9. Don't touch it with your dirty paws, you peasant.